Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz, back in Subnautica again. My buttons aren't working, is that because I didn't select the Subnautica screen? There we go, perfect, awesome. So, what we got going on? We've got these blood vines going. Is that what they're called? Blood vines? Something like that, blood oil. We've got these creep vines going here as well. We've got a couple next to our base, and we'll try and replace most of this one with creep vine. It's only over there, but it's close, so sod it. So last time we had a go at expanding our resources within the Lost River. I just got confused then by the cuttlefish that I completely forgot was a thing that I had. Hey, cuttlefish. So we finished off the scanner room. We used that a little bit. We built some upgrades, though we've now got rid of them again. And we also took the Cyclops over there in an attempt to use the Cyclops in the Lost River in some way. Now then, one of the things we learned is that we already have the first depth module for the Cyclops. So we tried building another one and it failed miserably, unsurprisingly. So that was a unwelcome treat. We also had a go at getting the prawn suit in here, but failed to get that in there without it getting stuck horribly. And so we sort of reloaded and came back to where we are now. So, what does that mean? It means we need to build the Mark II depth module. And I think that means we need cyanite. Well, that's depth 1. Oh, so we actually need the... back we go. Actually means that we need to use the modification station. Modification station. Right, and I'm recording this a few days earlier than I sometimes would, so the last Subnautica video only went up today. So I've had a couple of comments though, so both Stephen Smith and Queen Sheza have both very helpfully pointed out that the scanner HUD upgrade you can build in the scanner room is a handheld HUD for the scanner, which gives you a transportable, personal scanner HUD, so you can actually see what the resources you're looking for without having to rely on weird things like using the camera and leaving the camera nearby and all sorts of things I was trying to think of before, which are obviously not very sensible. Ingot, it's just ingot and nickel. Okay, we can do that. We can do that, but we do need more nickel. We currently have 1 nickel. Need more nickels. So, something that Sheza suggested was that she called it the Cove Tree. Near the Cove Tree there is said to be nickel, but it's a bit lower than 900, so you have to dive. Take some health kits and the scanner, you can make an upgrade. Yes, so, that's an option. So, let's grab some health kits. Probably don't need all that water on us. Let's grab some health kits. In fact, we'll put 2 of the waters there. Seems we're in this one. We take 4 with us. That should be enough, surely. We've got some copper and some salt on us. The salt we will just destroy, because that's going to be for here, isn't it? Now, what was it? It was copper and magnetite, wasn't it, we needed for the upgrades? I'm pretty sure it was copper and magnetite. So let's take a couple of magnetite, and we'll take another copper. Do I have more magnetite? In here if I did. Oh, I don't. Okay, fair enough. Let's put that copper back then. Sure I had more, but no matter. No matter. So that's what we need to make the upgrade for the scanner room. I don't know what we need. Well, that's a pain. I don't know what we need for the scanner HUD. Got no titanium. Is that because we collected it all pre-save last time? Don't really know. Thought I had some titanium. Maybe I built some with it. I don't know. Anyway, let's jump in the Seamoth. See immediately that it needs fixing. So this is, yeah, everything's on its 100%, isn't it? 97. 100. Yeah, so we did craft the batteries and stuff. That did all get saved. Okay. Right. Let's go back to the Lost River then, shall we? So we'll definitely be able to make... We might have to do a bit of back and forth, really, so we can get the scanner upgrades in. Then we'll have to look what we need for the... That's what we'll do. We'll go down there, we'll make the scanner upgrades, we'll see if there's any nickel nearby at that point. We can see what we need for the scanner HUD, which we're definitely going to want. And we can have a bit of a look for the nickel as well, can't we? Cool, that's a plan. Okay, well, you've all seen this journey 1,000 times at this point, so I'm going to just very briefly skip the video forward and I'll see you in the Lost River. Here we are then, back again. So, first things first. Let's pop in here. Do we have nickel nearby? Not within scanning range, no. Okie dokie. Right, let's pop over to the fabricator. Fabricator, thank you. Room HUD chip. Streams data from scanners to the HUD. We need a computer chip and magnetite for that. Okay, we could probably do that. We need to find some more magnetite, but no worries. Let's get these two built, though. And pop them in here. So, what now? There's computer chip and magnetite. Let's remember that, shall we? Computer chip and magnetite. So let's increase our scanning range a bit. My god, you probably can hear that very loud bike going nearby somewhere. Wow. So yeah, nothing coming up on the scanner still, which is a bit of a shame for nickel. But okay, let's go and see if we cannot... Well, first we'll find the Cove Tree. Now, I don't know that the Cove Tree is what I'm thinking is. I did ask Queen Sheza in a reply, but she never came back to me. But I'm guessing the only place I know of in the Lost River where you can go deeper than 900 meters was that tree-like thing surrounded by the, not jelly rays, whatever they're called, the big translucent rays. That's the only one I can think of. So that's what I'm going to look for. Although it also looks like you can go deeper than 900 meters here, doesn't it? I'd definitely get killed by that Leviathan if I did that. So there are a couple of places then we can go deeper than 900 meters, which is good to know. But nothing that looks like a tree here. So let's see if we can't find... Hush you. Let's see if we can't find this jelly ray tree thing that I came across before. Don't entirely have my bearings in the Lost River yet. So I'm pretty much just going to wander aimlessly. So does this only lead back to the alien basin? Is this the only way you can get to it? The only route you can take from where our scanner room is, perhaps? Now we're probably far enough away that our scanner room, I think we definitely are far enough away that our scanner room no longer would work. So we'll have to keep a little bit of an eye out, see if we see anything that might look like nickel. Who knows? Nobody knows is the answer to that. It's not that, is it? No, that's the shale. Yes. It is not that. Now, where was the other route out of here? It was low, wasn't it? But that's all I really recall. Was it low, or am I making that up? I think it was low. Yeah, by these pillars, that's okay. Found it. It's more shale. That looks like nickel, but it's no good to us. That's diamond? Maybe glass stuff, quartz, but not nickel, that's the main thing. Not now, cat. Don't need your moaning now. I'm looking for quartz. Quartz? No, I'm looking for nickel. Okay, so... pretty sure it's off this chamber, isn't it? If I recall correctly. Which is a bit of an ask, perhaps, in the first place. I did start the recording again, didn't I? I did. Excellent. Moment of panic there. Let's get a... oh, we've got enough rubies, really. Let's not get a ruby. So this is what I think... here it is. This is what I think the Cove Tree is. It's the only tree-like thing I can recall seeing around here. Now, what are these things called again? They're not called jelly rays, are they? I'm sure that was the originals.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
So I think it might be down amongst that stuff, which is why I'd need the health kit. Or... if you go over there, you can go even deeper again. So it might be over there. I tried to pitch the view down then. I forgot what I was doing. Right. Well, this doesn't hurt me. Sure, I went and wanted some of this before, after I had my reinforced suit, which Queen Sheza, again, pointed out that I needed, so massive thanks to Queen Sheza. That's magnetite. Well, that's actually useful. We need that. I'm sure since I built the reinforced dive suit, I went underneath this stuff and didn't do so well. But no matter. Big old chunk of uranite. Some more magnetite. It's not what we're after, but as we only have one in our possession, we'll grab that. First we'll grab that ruby, and they are useful. Ah, nickel ore. That's what nickel looks like. It's kind of like a kidney bean from one angle. Let's give it a scan. Awesome, right. Well, that's 2 we've got. We need 1 more though, don't we? And then we need a bunch of titanium. What else is it you need to make plasteel? Is it just lots of titanium? I'm not too sure. That's some lithium, or is that nickel? It's nickel. Awesome, that's 2. That's 3 in total we've got. We'll grab one of those. They give us a little bit of food and water, don't they? So we'll grab that. Gonna need to start thinking about heading back towards the sea moth. We're about halfway through our oxygen supply now. There's not more there, is it? Oh, this is wonderful. This is where it is. Look, this is a perfect place. More there. Thank you so much, Queen Sheza, for this wonderful, wonderful suggestion. It is working a treat. Is that even more there? It is. Oh, I had to pause briefly while I cough. For some reason locks out the controller. There we go. Shush cat. No time for your nonsense now. Oh, we are stocked to the gills on nickel at the moment. This is amazing. Where's that? It's over there, okay. Okay. Looks like that's probably going to be most of it. We can have another quick look around those areas we didn't get to. First of all, let's refresh our oxygen, because that's starting to get a little low, isn't it? And the sea moth, I'm pretty sure. Yes, is already maxed out on depth.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
A bit more. Immediately forgot about that. Okay, let's leave that there. Let's have another quick scout around in the directions we didn't go and just see if there is any more around. What did we get out of that? 7 and 1 back in base, that's 8. I do love those things, they are beautiful. There's one over there, and some more magnetite, we'll grab that as well. Oh, those gel sacks, where are they? It's only a little bit, but it'll tide us over. We still have to drink some water, I think, before we head back, but certainly better than a kick in the teeth. Not that I've ever been kicked in the teeth, saying that. Never been kicked in the teeth. But I can only imagine it's a horrific and horrible experience. Okay. Oh, hello, another cheeky one over there. This is wonderful. Simply wonderful. Right then, so I think that's it. I think we came around there, didn't we? Oh, maybe not. There's another one there. Take it back. Take it back. So we need to head back to base. We need to build some upgrades. We need to grab a lot of titanium. Is that gold? Yes. We need to grab a lot of titanium. I've definitely reached the end of it now, haven't I? Yes, okay. And then we need to start looking at... Well, there's just some just lying around over here, look. Another gel sack. I'll grab that. wonder if that means there's some just around the tree. Did I just make an assumption it'd be under the other layer of whatever it is? Oh, I can't really see any. There's another ruby there. We'll grab that, though. Oh, no we won't. Yes, we will. Yeah, then we need to start looking at building some upgrades. We are going to have to do what I kind of mentioned briefly last video, I think, which is move the Cyclops around until we can get the prawn suit docked in it without it getting stuck on land. Bring it down here. And then just leave the prawn suit undocked in here. We can try docking it in the Lost River, but I can only imagine that will have horrific consequences for everything involved. Thought that was another piece over there then, but I was mistaken. Okay, so I think we might have had our fill. Might have had our fill. Although, did we look over here? Don't know. Maybe there's nothing there. Okay. Awesome. More than I possibly thought I would find. I was thinking maybe I'd get like 2 or 3 if I was lucky. So that worked out spectacularly. Where's my sea moth? Okay, so first things first. Use all those. 6, 10. We're up to 10. Wonderful. And we might actually get away with not drinking one of our waters as well. Awesome. Okay, right. I am going to head back to base, and I mean main base, not Lost River base. Well, that's not really much of a base, is it, at the moment? It's just a scanning room. It's going to take me a few minutes to get there, so again, you've all seen the trip 100 times before. Maybe not 100 times. Hello, mate, chill out. You've all seen the trip a handful of times before, so we won't go all through that again with you. If anything happens, obviously I'll bring you back in, but I don't think it's going to. Well, I hope it's not going to. Blimey, if I die on the way back with all this nickel, I will be very, very angry. Very, very angry. But anyway, I will see you all in a moment. Ooh, had a close call with that Leviathan. Took me down to almost half health, and you're going to have a go as well, are you? I wonder if you do go slower backwards than forwards. I always assumed you went the same speed, but maybe not. Maybe not. Right. Time to heal up, I guess.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay then, so we are back. Oh, wrong way. So, first things first, we really need some water, like quite desperately. So let's go and get some water in us. How's our power? Our power is okay. It does go down a little bit at night, but not enough to concern us, I don't think. So, let's grab, we're going to need our inventory full. Okay, right, let's go get rid of some of our inventory. One thing at a time. So we just go to metals, and then drop all of this stuff. Well, we can't. Some more of this stuff. All of this stuff. That'll do. Right. Melons, please. Give me some melons. Kind of made it a bit of a mission to not drink any water before I got back to base. So I wanted to, for some reason, even though I have a near infinite supply, I wanted to not use up any bottled water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We need more than 4, blimey. It's almost there, isn't it? Probably do for the moment. That doesn't usually work straight away. Good job. Right, everything? That is everything. Cool. Right. So, I think before we take the Cyclops back to the Lost River, we are going to want to get at least the fabricator and the modification station built. The radio and the medkit thing I'm not so bothered about, but I think the fabricator and the radio are 2 quite important things. What's I going to put here? The salt. Where's the salt? Let's get rid of that. Right. Metals. Let's drop off these pieces of lead and gold. Not the diamond. Give that back. So we can put that over in, we do have some mineral ones. I don't know, why am I going over there? Let's put it in the mineral. Oh, that's full. That's why we're not putting it in the minerals. Just minerals too? No, that's food. Well, we could probably get rid of that, actually, couldn't we? Got lots of eggs as well we can play around with at some point. Doo-doo. And the rubies can go in the deep one. Right, where is that one I just looked at with all the food? Rotten Chinese potatoes. Speckled rattler. And gas pods. Maybe repurposed, but it doesn't tell you what for. Let's take as many of these as we can get out. Let's just go bin them. I know we could probably plant them, but we don't really need the potatoes. They're not our favourite food source, are they? Oh, how long does that take, I wonder? Not very long at all. Excellent. Right, where's our deep locker? Let's pack this with rubies again. And then we need to go down to our health one and drop off these health kits that we didn't actually need, which was nice. Nice-o. Right. So, yes, I think we need to get the Cyclops a bit more ready to use as an actual permanent base. So I don't want to go down there and then be like, oh, I need a titanium ingot or something, so I need to come all the way back here just to get it. So if I can get everything built and ready, that will be superb. So let's not put our torch in there. So we want to do that. We want to do that. So what do we need to do that? We need lots of titanium. We're definitely going to need lots of titanium. So maybe the first thing we'll do, for anything else, so we're going a bit of a titanium hunt. Which means we're looking for, I want to call them swordfish. It's not called swordfish. No idea what they're called now, which is going to annoy a couple of people. You know, the titanium hunters. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see if we can find a couple of those scrapping over some titanium. Last time we went looking, we found some really easily. Not so sure that's going to be the case this time. Oh, hello. There's 4 straight off the bat. Awesome. Wonder what that was for a second. Volcanic vent, okay. Some more down there, look. That's 8 immediately. Well, I suspect we're going to need a few. We might even need to spend a bit of time just hunting down some titanium and crafting a load of titanium ingots and plasteel. Ingots? Is that what they are? I don't know. Before we go back to the Lost River. Just so we have a source, really. Because there isn't much titanium down in the Lost River, I don't think. Not that I've seen, at least. Ah, the old bladderfish. Remember when they were life and death for us? Those were the days. Those were the terrifying living by the skin of our teeth days. A lot of them around at the moment. It's a proper bladderfish consortium? I don't know, I couldn't think of an appropriate word when it's consortium. Where did that come from? That's not, no. It's a hunk of chunk or something. Well, the other thing I want to do before we go back as well is I do want to check the Neptune platform and see what it is we need to build the next stage. I'm guessing maybe something from the deep, deep ocean? Surely it would sort of force you to go down there, wouldn't it? Did I just hit the Cyclops? Maybe. Maybe. Right. So let's take a look over here. And we are 35 minutes in. I did spend a bit of time just travelling on my lonesome. Ingot, nickel, aerogel, and wiring kit. That's actually doable, isn't it? Plasteel, nickel, aerogel, and wiring kit. That is doable. We will have to keep 3 nickel aside. Try to remember, for the love of all that is holy, to keep 3 nickel aside for that. So I might do that before we go any further, but it's all going to be a bit of faffing around in this area, really. Trying to get titanium and stuff. And there's a couple of these... Oh, God, I can't remember what they're called. A couple of those around, but they don't seem to be gathering much titanium at the moment. No. Oh. How are we doing for space? We've got a little bit of space left. Be nice to have some more. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have some more? Ah, this is what I was on about. Yeah, give me that salvage. Space for another one? Space for another two, in fact. So yes, I think that's what next video is going to be then, really. Just a lot of preparation for the trip to the Lost River. And a trip where we can actually go deeper than 900 meters. Does mean we'll also probably, I was going to say, we'd need the prawn suit depth modules as well, but if we can't redock it, I don't know how much of a pain it's going to be. Like if I drop the prawn suit off like near the scanning base, because I find something to mine, for example, how much of a pain is it to then get it to the Cove Tree area, past the Leviathans and stuff? I'm full, I think, aren't I? Yeah. Well, let's break down all this titanium. Well, in fact, before we go anywhere else, let's check the radio. I know there's probably nothing happened. Nope. So while we're here, what I do kind of wish is that you could say, oh, give me that medkit. Oh, my inventory's full. Ha! Nope. Should have thought of that. Are they attacking my base? They can't be, right? Surely not. What was I saying? Yes, I wish you could take the fabricator off the wall, put it in your inventory, and just go and put it in the Seamoth. That'd be nice. Not Seamoth, Cyclops. That's the one. So yeah, build a bunch of stuff. I'm then thinking that maybe what we'll do is also empty a lot of stuff that might be useful. So the titanium, the metals, the rubies, anything we might need to actually craft stuff with, I'm thinking. Now we're going to need at least one titanium ingot. Armor, what's plasteel? Titanium and lithium. We're going to need at least one, so let's get one made, shall we? We do have aerogel in here, don't we? Somewhere. Yes. Gel sacks and rubies. We can definitely do gel sacks and rubies. Right. In fact, I might make another titanium ingot, I think. Perfect. Right. Let's drop. This is pretty much just water now, isn't it? We rely on our watermelons so much, for marble melons even, so much for food. We don't really care about that anymore. Take a look at this a second. It's the prawn suit depth module Mark II needs kyanite. Don't know what the Mark 1 needs. Kyanite for the Mark 3 for the Cyclops. What does the prawn suit Mark 1 need? Plasteel and nickel and rubies, yeah. And then the grappling arm, advanced wiring kit, benzene and titanium and lithium. And the drill arm is titanium, lithium and diamond. So they're both doable. A good chunk of titanium again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this video here, because I've been recording for about 40 minutes now, so we must have at least half hour of me actually babbling on about stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on another titanium hunt and try and get another full inventory of titanium, just to save a little bit of time next time, hopefully. And that should hopefully leave us in a good position so that we can crack on with crafting some stuff straight away. That's the plan. Cool. Alright then, so I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much to Stephen Smith and to Queen Sheza for your very, very useful advice. Don't forget we need to make a wiring kit. No, a computer chip. Computer chip and magnetite, wasn't it, for the scanning room thing. We should remember that if we can. No way we're going to remember that next time. Not a chance in hell. So, if anyone else comments on the Subnautica video and I don't mention it in this video, as in if you commented on the last one with some helpful advice, apologies for not picking up on it, but as I said, I'm recording this a few days early, so the last video has only just gone up today. But thank you very much for your help anyway. If you do have any comments or suggestions, do leave them down below. I do find them very, very useful. Obviously, I do read everyone's comments as well. It'd be mean not to, really, wouldn't it? If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button. That is hugely appreciated. Subscribe to the channel as well if you've not already. That'd be even more appreciated, wouldn't it now? And yeah, don't forget we stream Wednesdays at 6 PM, so hopefully I'll see you there. We're playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance at the moment. That's going very well. Henry, who is the protagonist, almost said antagonist, protagonist of the game, is pretty kick-ass at the moment, to be honest. He is a mean little SOB. And he's also a bit of a flirt with the ladies, so it turns out. Much more than I thought. But as we said in the video, or in the stream, sorry, that's his mustache at work. That's his mustache at work. Hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, I shall see you next time in Subnautica. And as always, thank you very, very much for joining me.